Hey, this is Jason Bellamy with Builder Buddy. I'm going to go over a 5-year commercial building inspection. This was a 6-unit strip mall fairly close to downtown. And after 5 years, we don't expect to find many issues. Typically, things start happening at the 12 to 15-year mark. Um, we will see some plumbing leaks and some maintenance items, and that's more or less what we're seeing in this report here. So we did see we had 4 red observations, 6 orange, and 8 blue. And so we have some information items. Here's some overview pictures. We always walk around the building, have a look at the hard surfaces, the driveways, the grading, how things are, in this case, the drains and retaining walls. So we did see that there are areas, even though this is a building on a slab, we are still concerned about grading and erosion, as that can cause potentially settling and cracks over the long term. Right now, this is really fairly minor. What we did see a lot of is because this building had a lot of adhered masonry. There were a lot of there was loose masonry, cracked grout. So really, this building, this masonry is not doing the heavy lifting of the building. It's a veneer, and so this is needing maintenance. And at 5 years, this building should be probably painted every 6 to 8 years, ideally. So it needs maintenance and painting, I would say, which is pretty typical. We had some stucco over wall framing or wood framing that was exposed to water areas. Had some comments about some of the surrounding retaining walls. This was an EPDM roof, which is very common for commercial buildings. And I did see that there was some standing water at areas, and I did see some billowing, so that this surface is delaminating from the insulation. So billowing, and so it's just loose, and when the wind blows, over time that can cause leaks. This is another maintenance item. These typically last about 12 to 15 years before needing repairs at the very least. So it's quite common. We're seeing a number of leaking gutters. So as part of the maintenance of all buildings, the gutter should be cleaned. And also the seams should be caulked and sealed every 3 years. And so that probably hasn't been done yet. And so we're seeing leaks there. I was able to see some of the roof framing, not much. We had some nice train furnaces on the roof. They're all 5 years old. Newer refrigerant. We had them each inspected by an HVAC company, and that looked good. We saw some evidence of leaking from the condensate, from the ductwork at areas, which is common in these buildings. If they're not properly insulated, just where hot meets cold, it will cause condensation. This is common. Made a dryer observation, some bathroom fans that were rattling. These are all maintenance items here. This is just an overview of all the plumbing systems. In this case, not all the units had hot water water heaters. Some of them had point of use water heaters at the sinks to wash hands. And then there was a salon that did have some full tank 50-gallon water heaters. There were some plumbing observations. There was a kitchen where I did find a couple leaks, and that was a restaurant. There were some loose toilets. These point of use water heaters were not working at the sinks. The electrical system generally looked good. There was one unit that did not have power because it was vacant. This is very common. there should be clearance around all main panels, and one of the code is more concerned about storage around main panels than it is about water. So we do not want to see toilet paper, paper products, clothes, things piled around the panels. I saw that in a number of units. So that should be, if you own a commercial building, buying a commercial building, something to consider is to clearly label around the panel, do not store around these panels, please, as a safety item. So a couple other minor electrical observations, some cosmetic observations, and that's about it. So this is a 5-year commercial building with 6 units close to downtown, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.